ICC Men's T20 World Cup match preview.
After losses in the first two games after two horrible batting performances, Sri Lanka will take on Nepal in their third game of the World Cup campaign. This will be the first ever T20 encounter between the two sides, and the game will take place at the Central Broward Stadium in Florida. This is a must-win clash for both the sides to have at least an outside chance to qualify for the Super 8s. After two batting nightmares, one at New York and the next at Dallas, the Sri Lankan batters need to find their bearings in this clash against Nepal. Sri Lanka, who were 100 for 3 after 14 overs in the game against Bangladesh, scored just 24 more runs in the next 6 overs, losing 6 wickets, and they scored just 1-4 and 1-6 in the latter half of the innings. Although Nepal is not a full member nation, they have made some giant strides in the T20 format over the last few years. So expect this game to be another hard tussle for the Lankans if they continue to play the disappointing brand of cricket they have displayed at the tournament so far. This will be Nepal's second game of the World Cup, and they also need a win here to keep their hopes alive of qualifying for the Super 8 stage. After a not-so-great batting effort against the Dutch, their bowlers dished out a decent bowling effort, which was unfortunately not enough. If the experienced batters can come into play, a lot can be expected from this exciting Nepal side. The same issue continues for Sri Lanka even after two practice games and the two tournament games. The batters have failed to chip in when it matters the most, and it is quite evident this whole misfiring of the batters is playing a huge role even in the bowling department. Because the selectors do not trust the batters, they have to go with an extra all-rounder, which in return makes the side vulnerable with just 4 frontline bowlers. If Sri Lanka had another genuine bowler, one could wonder what sort of a result it might have been over Bangladesh. Too many test batters and not enough hitters is the burning hardship for Sri Lanka at the moment. For Nepal, it's about making sure they get the better of the higher-ranked sides in pressure moments. Although they don't have the experience factor of competing against top sides, with their talented bunch of players, if they can find some way to put their opponents under pressure, it won't be far before they taste success at a global event against a test nation.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන්ඩ් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Pathum Nishanka at the moment looks like the only world-class batter from Sri Lanka, and he will once again have to do majority of the job as rest of the batters are struggling for runs. If he gets a good start this time around, he will have to bat deep and make a big score to anchor the ship and take the total to a respectable one where the bowlers will have a chance to defend. Deependra Singh Airi's all-round ability will come in handy for Nepal against Sri Lanka, as he will be a vital element to balance the side. He is someone who can control the narrative of the whole game, be it with his middle-order batting or disciplined off-spin bowling. Not having a proper fifth bowling option became a huge disadvantage for Sri Lanka in their last game against Bangladesh. With Dasun Shanaka's lean form with the bat continuing, it won't be a surprise if Sri Lanka brings in Dushman Shamira in place of the former skipper. Rest of the lineup is expected to be the same for this clash. Nepal will most probably go unchanged, giving their original playing 11 from the first game an opportunity to have a crack against Sri Lanka. With rumours of Sandeep Lamichhane being available for the games in West Indies, the bowlers will have to do really well to retain their spots. Central Broward Stadium hosted the first ever T20 international fixture in the USA 14 years ago between Sri Lanka and New Zealand. From the 15 games that had a result at this round, the team batting first has won 11 times while the chasing side has won 4. Although the stats suggest the team batting first has the advantage in the most recent series that took place at this venue in Florida, the team chasing won quite comfortably. So it will be interesting to see what sort of a wicket will be available for this fixture. Florida faces a wet day on Tuesday with thunderstorms predicted throughout the night, casting a shadow over the Sri Lanka vs Nepal T20 match scheduled for the evening. The weather is expected to dampen the spirits of cricket fans as rain is likely to disrupt the game.